welcome to my YouTube channel. It's Fatima here with my first ever YouTube video. So welcome. I'm happy to be here. So I'll get straight into introducing myself, who am I and stuff like that, because it's my first video and I feel like we should, get to know each other a little bit. So my name is Fatima. I'm 18 years old. I'm from Mpumalanga and I matriculated in Gauteng last year. So I'm currently in a gap year. So I'm such a boring person. That's all there is to know about me. Okay, I want to go straight into the video. As you saw by the title of the video, it's tips and tricks on how to do well in your final matric exams. I know it's that time of the year again, wait, that does out, So yeah, I just wanna share how I got to do well in my exams, and things, basically some things are just things I wish I had implemented, which would have helped me too. So yeah, I'll get straight into the video. I know you just want to study, there's no time, I'm not here to waste your time either, so I'll go straight into the video. So first, you stay towards the end of this video where I will share how to know what may be asked of you in the exam and how you know how far to study. So yeah, don't go anywhere. Hit the like button, comment, share to your friends so that they may also do well. Don't be selfish, and just like, comment and subscribe. First point I want to mention is study in time. So study in time. Don't wait for the day before where you just going through the whole syllabus, just you're stressing out of your mind. You don't know it's just, it's a mess. So when you study in time, you avoid putting yourself in that predicament where you're stressed, you don't know what to do, stuff like that. So what I suggest you do is you set up a study timetable in which you be specific of the things you have to study, in a way that by the time you have to write your exams, you're done with the subject, you're done with studying for that paper. No studying the day before. The day before is for jogging your memory, relaxing, chilling vibes, yeah. So you have to study in time. You just need to avoid stress. Avoid stress at all costs. Just avoid stress. Second thing is study effectively. So studying effectively is not how long did you study, it's how well did you study. So doing something is one thing, but doing it right is a whole different story. So you just want to do it right, because I don't know about you, but I wouldn't want to come back and do it right the second time. So just do it right from the get-go. Another thing that helps with studying effectively is going through past papers, because past papers just give you the feel of how is this exam going to be like, and studying is not all about knowledge, but it's how well can you apply the knowledge. So you just need to know how well you can apply the knowledge. You need to know how to answer what is expected of you. For example, in life science, you can know the whole entire textbook from A to Z, but if you do not know the keywords that they're looking for, how they want you to answer, it's zilch at the end, because you're not gonna get marks. So yeah, that's studying effectively is very, very, very important. Yeah, so my third point is be on time. People who know me are probably like, Utinlo. Because I'm not the most punctual person, but when it came to my exams, I made sure. I learned a lesson during my prelims. I don't remember what paper it was. I was 3 minutes. There was just 3 minutes. I had a 3-minute window until the reading time started. The stress was just... So I just told myself that during my finals, I do not want to feel like this again, because I was stressing the whole time of yo, what if, So anything that causes you stress, I'm going to say this a lot, anything that causes you stress, avoid it, just at all costs. So another thing is, I did this, this one I just made sure, like I made sure, try to finish your papers on time. Like in your timetable you can see that, okay, this paper 1 hour, that okay, with this paper 3 hours, this paper 2.5. Like before my finals, I used to be a person who did not, like, I had never in my life finished a maths paper. I had never in my life finished a physics paper. Like, it was just the way it is. It was just the way it was. So in that window time between your finals and your prelims, I just made sure that I find a system which worked for me that would lead to me finishing my papers on time. Because if you don't finish your paper, imagine, okay, I don't know, some of you maybe just start from question 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, blah blah blah, 9, and you know those last questions are like, they have heavy marks. So imagine losing all those marks all because you could not finish on time. So what I did for myself, I don't know if it will work for you, but I hope it works for you. You should try it. What I did was, you know, when I study effectively, I used to use question papers. So there were just maybe 1 or 2 question papers I'd put on the side and be like, okay, you know what, this is for maybe the day before or 2 days before. I'm gonna look at that 2 days before. So I would leave those papers, and then, you know, I'd practice on the other papers, practice effectively. And okay, after a while I'd pull out those papers that I put aside, and maybe I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna start at 10 to 3. So 10 to 3, I know I'm gonna start my reading time 10 minutes. I start at 3 o'clock, so I know that, okay, 3 o'clock I'm starting 10 to 3 o'clock reading time. And what I'll do is I try to have hard copy, so it's like almost the real thing. So it's basically, I put myself in an exam situation in my room. So and then I give myself 3 hours. Like, I set a timer, I give myself 3 hours, put my phone away, data off, everything. And then I try, okay, during my reading time, I always, even in an exam, I always, okay, I first scan and say, okay, and then after that I like just note, okay, I'm gonna start with question 1. Like, I always start with the easiest questions, because I know, okay, I'm going to bag this. Why start off by wasting my time with something that's just gonna take 30 minutes to try and solve, when I could just start with the easy ones? It doesn't make you stupid, it actually makes you smart, starting with the easy ones, so you get all those marks. So even if you did not have time to finish, like, all those marks are already bagged. So what I'll do is, okay, I'd start with okay, look, I'm gonna start with question 2, move to question 3, to question 6, back to question 2, you know, something like that. And then when I start writing, I try and put time intervals in my mind that, okay, question 1 I'm gonna spend roughly 10 minutes. Question 9 seems a bit more, you know, level 4, I'm going to spend 25 minutes or something like that. So divide it in such a way where you, in the end, you have time to, you know, look, okay, what did I miss? Am I sure about this? You know, just always make sure you have time at the end to, like, read, because that will save you. Like, I always, every time I'm done, I always realize, okay, I missed something. Okay, this was worded wrongly. This was not put correctly. So also having that time, just, it contributes to you doing well in your papers. Like, I promise you, it contributes a lot. So another thing is, have a hobby. So having a hobby is just to, you know, relax your mind, mental health. So just relax your mind. So you can't be books 24/7. Like, it's just like you're gonna end up going insane. So what I did, okay, at first I did not do that. I was just like books, and then I realized that it was not working for me. So I was like in netball and stuff like that. If you're not into sport, you can work out, anything, paint, whatever, like whatever, walk your dog, anything, just anything away from the books, because you can't be like, your mind is is a muscle, and it has to rest itself. So it has to, you exercise it, you rest it, you exercise it, you rest it, So having a hobby is therefore important. So just because having a hobby can also be like, okay, I'm releasing tension here, anything that decreases stress, it is your best friend. Anything that decreases stress right now is just your best friend. So because stress is not good, it causes anxiety. It's just, stress is not, it's not good. So another thing is have snacks. Okay, so it has to do with also studying effectively. Okay, for me, I have snacks. So I tell myself, okay, if I'm able to answer this question and I get so and so marks, okay, like pull out a question paper and I do question 1 and I get all these answers correct, I'm gonna reward myself because you know what, I deserve it. So that's what I did. Like I have snacks. Okay, I answer this question, okay, I did not get it, try again, try again, try again. Am I getting it? And then reward yourself because you deserve it in the end. So just, it's kind of like a treat, just so like it kind of benchmarks. Okay, I'm here now. Okay, now I can have, now you see what I'm saying. So another thing is avoid caffeine. Like I'm a coffee lover, this was hard for me. Another thing, caffeine, okay, yes, it does keep you awake, like it makes you, awake at that time. But if you're gonna have caffeine, for example, at night, you're not going to have the best quality of sleep, because caffeine actually does affect your quality of sleep. And if you do not sleep well, like the next morning is just gonna be, it's just gonna be so you just have to avoid caffeine because it affects your quality of sleep. And somehow I feel like it affects my thinking ability. I don't know, like it just, like when I have caffeine, like I just can't, like I don't know, it kind of stresses me out. Like I just try and avoid it. Like I love it, but during times of like exams, I just try to avoid it. So another thing is avoid cross-nighting. Okay, yeah, many people take caffeine to cross-night, but if you're cross-nighting and you're writing the day after, to me it does not make sense, because you need a good night rest to actually be sober-minded, fresh-minded, focused. You don't want to sleep during the exam. Okay, first of all, that's not allowed. And another thing, you're just not going to be effective in writing. You just, like, your focus won't be there. I've tried it before, it has not worked for me. Cross-nighting should not be a thing. If you want to cross-night weeks before, like even before like your exams start, just you can cross-night then. But during your exams, it messes up with your quality of writing. Like, it just focus. Okay, for example, I'm good with a certain subject and my friend is good with another subject, so I would advise you to get close to each other. So I'm going to show you how you can get an exam guideline from your phone. I'm going to go to my browser and search exam guidelines 20 exam guidelines, just exam guidelines. I'm gonna go to Department of Basic Education. That's how we know they're legit, because they're from the department. I'm gonna click on that link. So I've searched everywhere. There are no 2022 exam guidelines, which means it's the same as the 2021 one. So they did not update. Every website has the 2021 only. So I'm going to go to where is it? Physical Sciences, English, download, and let me actually save it on my phone. Maybe I can print it and show you from a hard copy of how to use it. So the printer is failing me and we're gonna have to do this on my phone. So this is the first topic on the exam guideline, Newton's laws and application of Newton's laws. So it overlaps into the next page, but I'm not going to get into that. I just want to show you how you use your exam guideline. It is full of definitions. So these definitions are not on this exam guideline for vibes. this is how they want you to describe what they ask you. So this is put in the best way possible. So don't even look at your textbook definitions. Just look at these definitions. This is exactly, when you go to the memo, you will see what I'm talking about. For example, if there's a definition of normal force, you will see that it is exactly phrased this way. So it kind of tells you this is how we want you to put it. So just be mindful when going through your exam guideline. So here, let me just go down here. So know that a frictional force is proportional to the normal force, is independent of the area of contact, is independent of the velocity of motion. So when they tell you to know this, it means that you're going to have to apply. So the frictional force will be used against these parameters. So you're going to have to know how to apply it in scenarios like this. So they kind of tell you this is how far we're going to ask you with frictional force. So what do you have to know with regards to force diagrams? You need to know how to draw them. You need to draw free body diagram. Okay, they tell you what it is. So a bonus, they tell you what it is. And then resolve two-dimensional forces. So they tell you what you have to know, what you have to be able to do. And okay, there's extra information there, you can read it. Determine the resultant force or net force of two or more forces. So as you can see, it's very detailed. So they will ask you within these parameters, not outside. But yeah, so it's important to have this for all your subjects. So that's how you know what is expected of you. So another method of knowing what is expected of you in the exam. Okay, this is just a bonus. This should not substitute the exam guideline. The exam guideline is vital. Like it's important. So there's a channel called Pagama Research. I will attach their link. So what Pagama Research does is that the day before your exam, for example, okay, we're writing business paper 1 tomorrow. So the day before, I think during the evening or afternoon, evening, they have a live session of like where they tell you, but they don't tell you what's going to come out in the paper. I feel like they kind of hint, because everything they talked about somehow just appeared. So Pagama Research, it's really helpful. At that time, I did not know that it was available for all the subjects. I only knew for business studies because our business teacher used to send us the link. So Pagama Research, so they have a live session. What I'll do is that I'd always be late for the live session, so I'd wait for them to finish, and then once it's done, they just post it there. It's there, it stays there, and then you can just watch, and then okay, you can fast forward, rewind, take down notes, just go through your stuff just once more. So that is it from me. I hope to see you in my next video, which will be dropping soon. And yeah, that's just it from me. Just like, comment, subscribe, share to your friends. Don't be stingy. We all want to pass, not just pass, do good. We all want to do good. So yeah, see you in my next one.